Welcome back everybody with another video, and this is your boy Millionaires FX Wolf Robert, guys. So in today's video I want to give you guys a quick market breakdown as I told you guys before, and a lot of you have been asking me to please do a market breakdown video. So this will be our first ever market breakdown video on this YouTube channel. And also make sure to like and subscribe, guys, and don't forget to hit that post notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our content. Right. So in today's video, what I want to discuss about is basically I want to give you guys a couple of tips on what I expect of the market and what we can expect into this coming week and as well as next week. Right. So first thing that's first, guys, I always check the market via my weekly time frame. For those of you that know me, know that this is the way that I analyze. Right. So as we can see that the market have basically created a high over here, as this will be our highest high for this coming week, right? And then if you look down here with the market, they basically created a low. So to me, this is a turning point overall.
Do you want to make
money?
money?
Then basically, this is what we are going to be looking for, right? So if we look into it, guys, the market basically came from as I can see, this is an impulse move. This is a correction, and we can look for another impulse move to the upside, right? So moving on, guys, what I want to do is I want to look at from my daily time frame, because from my daily time frame, I highly expect the market to be buying, but we can always, make sure and double check of whether what we are seeing is, correct. So as we can see that the market from a daily time frame is basically what we would call the market is now on a downtrend, right? So for those of you guys that are watching at home, this is what we would call a bullish direction, right? So what we are expecting the market to do is basically sell even more. Hence, what I have said before, we are expecting what? We are expecting buying opportunities, right? So what we are going to do is we're going to see that every time we reach this specific zone, we are looking for what? For sells, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see that whether I can maybe, create some sort of a diagonal trend line. And then this way we can get more indications of what is happening in the market, right? So to me now, I cannot see that the market is giving me a perfect diagonal channel. But what we're going to do is we're going to improvise. Okay, guys, so moving forward from this it's really easy. It's mainly that we can see from our daily time frame that the market is now at some sort of, this was the turning point in the market. And then as well as what we can see is using our blueprint course, that the market basically respected this area of lows, right? So as we all can see that the market came back to retest. Remember, this was an overall resistance. So the market broke out and retested, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head straight into my 4-hour time frame, because hence this is where we're going to see what the market is now up against, right? So for those of you that can see this, this is also what we would call our Batman pattern, being that the market created some sort of a head and shoulders of a pattern. For those of you retail traders, to me as a market maker, trader, BTM and trader, with my specific rules, we use this as also an inverse head and shoulders, but we just use a different term for it, right? Moving on, guys, immediately what I can see here out of the blocks is mainly that the market is coming to respect again what I said before. The market broke out of structure and now retested upon this level, right? So what we are looking for in the market is mainly that the market is keep on pushing up. Because to me, what I can see is this is some sort of, the market is expanding type nature. So what we can expect within the market is mainly the following, right? So since the market already came down to touch our resistance, now becoming support, what we can expect in the market is the following, right? So what I want to do is I want to head over into my 1 hour time frame so that I can draw the proper trend lines. So as you all can see there, mainly that the market was on a downtrend, right? So whenever we're expecting the market to be on a downtrend, we're looking for what? We're looking for the market basically to either break out. And as we can see what happened over here, this market basically respected this area. But what we need to bear in mind is mainly that the market gave us a false breakout, right? So a lot of the times guys would say this is a false breakout, yet to me this is not a false breakout, it's only a stop loss hunt. You can cater for this touches, guys, but mainly this was my first 2 touches on my original trend, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to see that whether we can place what I would call my resisting or my supportive trend line, right? So as we all can see that the market is respecting analysis at this moment. Hence, what we are going to see is that the market broke out and it came to break back in, right? And immediately what we can see is, for those of you that is familiar with this type of nature, is mainly that this is where we have our BOS, right? This is basically where we have our break of structure. So to me as a trader, I can immediately see that the market is coming back to this point and it's respecting it at all costs, right? So moving on, guys, my expectancy of Euro NZD is mainly buying positions via this section right here. So as I already got some trades in open on the market, I'm going to set stop loss down here, and then we can start looking to hit our take profit, which is all the way up here. Hence, when you move out a little bit, guys, we are not even close to where we need to be, right? So to me, we can look at this formation, and then if we head over to our 4-hour time frame, once the market comes out of the zone, we can even expect the market to break the zone, giving us our overall take profit gets high enough, right? So guys, that is it from Euro NZD. This is my expectancy from this specific pair. I know sometimes a lot of you guys, ask me, what can we expect from this specific market? And then, so this would be my analysis for Euro NZD. Let me just zoom in a little bit so you guys can at least see what's going on, right? Then the following pair, which is also on my list, is USD CAD, right, guys? So this is also a pair that I'm looking at. And then mainly it's a pair that I really want to trade. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump over to my weekly time frame to get my overall direction of the market, get some little bit of clearance about what is going on, right? So as we can see, guys, that the market is basically now on what we would call a downtrend, right? For the new guys, we would call this a bullish trend, right? So to me, first of all, I want to find out why the market basically respected this type of nature. And then if I can see is that this is some sort of a resistance, right? Moving down with the market, we can see that the market is also respecting this area. And then we always look to the left-hand side because we want to find out why. So immediately, if I look to my left-hand side, guys, I can see that now USD CAD is in some sort of a ranging market, which is an up-down type of trend. So on my weekly time frame, I can see that the market is respecting my analysis right now. And then what we want to do is we want to head straight into our 4-hour time frame, right? Because via our 4-hour time frame, we want to expect the market, to give us indication for what? For selling opportunities, right? So if we go a little bit back to draw our trend line, what we want to do is we want to see the market giving us clear indication of what is going on, right? So I want to see why the market broke out, what happened exactly, and where exactly, right? So as we can see that the market was in some sort of a bullish trend, right? So a lot of you must remember one thing, guys. Always remember to draw your trend lines correctly. The more accurately you get on your trend lines, the better your entries become, right? So I know this is not Picasso trend line, but it will not be perfect each and every time, right? So what we can expect from the market, guys, this is only from my point of view, and what I can expect the market what it will happen in this coming week is, as we can see right over here, the market basically broke support, right? You can see that the market is engaging in some sort of, is now correcting to that phase, but please bear in mind that the market did, it broke out of this specific order, right? So what happened was the market broke out of our original downtrend, right? So what we can expect this coming week is for the market to basically come to retest here, and then we can look for more selling opportunities to the downside, right? So this is my analysis on USD Swiss franc, right? Not USD CAD, USD Swiss franc, right, guys? So moving on from it, the next thing what we want to do is we want to head into our 1 hour time frame, getting that little bit more clearance of about what is going on in the market right now. Let's just move back so that we can get that supportive area back into play. Okay, guys, so this is mainly the supportive area that the specific pair broke. To me, basically what we can look for is the market coming back to the zone. And then from that point on, we can shoot down, right? So since the market broke this, what I would call my supportive level, we can start looking for more selling opportunities, right? So let's quickly head over to our 1 hour time frame, because now we need to expect the upcoming what basically we can expect, right? So to me, the first things first, what I want to do is I want to identify the trend. The second thing is I want to see that whether it's expanding or it is an enclosing type of nature, right? Guys, so this is another thing that you can look into when trading the Forex market, right? So as you can see that the market is not an expanding type nature. Hence, this is to me, it's a reversal pattern. And then basically what we can do is I can draw a major block here, right? Because whenever I come to this zone, I know, okay, I can start look for what? For sells, right? So since the market broke out of this structure, I can immediately see that it gave proper BOS formations, right? So this was a break of structure, right, guys? So to me, immediately what I can expect from the market, I can expect what? Buys, right? Before the market can even continue with sells. So to me, what we can expect from this type of market is basically the market can come here, either play around, guys, giving us nice double top or M formation, as you guys would call it, is basically that this is what we can expect. Hence, we should bear in mind, guys, that we are still on a downtrend, right? And the market did break out of structure. So what we need to cater for is mainly that this is also what we would call a supportive area, meaning that this is a resistance for the market, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to correct this till here. So if the market basically does not break the zone, but tends to play around in this area, what we can look for is more selling opportunities, right? The next pair I wanted to move on is Euro GBP. Euro GBP is also one of my favorite pairs to trade. Why? Because the market respects my analysis, right? So whenever you're using our trend line method theory and then also our other theories, you can look at simple tips and tricks to advance your trading to the next level, right? So from my weekly time frame, I can see that the market, you see that over here, that the market is respecting these lows, right? And then up here, what we can see is the market is respecting these highs. So to me, I would say this is some sort of a ranging market via the weekly time frame. And what we want to do is we want to head over to our daily time frame so that we can see exactly what is going on in the market and what we can expect, right? So to me, via the daily time frame, guys, this is an expanding type of nature. Being is that the market is now giving the indication that it is basically expanding overall, right? So as we can see yet again, we are looking forward for buying opportunities. Even though we are still on an overall downtrend, we are looking for buying opportunities, right? So then we need to bear in mind that this is also what we would call the resisting area. It's a highly respective area for the market, right? So each and every time the market hits that specifically zone, we are looking for what? For sells, right, guys? So another thing that you can bear in mind is that the market was an overall downtrend, right? If you can look here and basically take it to a specific point in the market, what you can see is mainly is that the market was giving you some sort of indication that it is looking for what? Is looking to break out somewhere in the market, right? So this is the indications that we use in order for us to understand what is going on, right, guys? So another thing that I'm seeing right now is we got a BOS right here. For those of you that don't know what break of structure means, is basically where the market is giving a higher high or a higher low when we're looking at certain type of things, right? So to me, indicating that we got a BOS level right here, we can probably look for buying opportunities even more, and we can basically look for the market to break certain type of points, right? So guys, as we can see, what is happening, as I've said before, this is your BOS level right over here, right? And what I want to do is I basically want to keep my charts as clean as possible. Those of you that know me know that I like my charts clean, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out my old trend lines because it's not necessarily in play to me anymore, right? So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking whether I can see, can we spot some more buying opportunities or what is going on in the market right now. And as I can see immediately from the analysis, guys, we're yet again in an expanding type nature, which means is that the market is now expanding. The market is opening up a little bit more, right? Then another thing you need to bear in mind is basically that the market, each and every time it comes to this specific level, we're looking for what? For buyings, right? So now the market broke above, we need to wait for candle close. But in other words, whenever the market is below, we can look for sells. But since we are on a bullish momentum, and since the market is giving us a nice W formation with the follow up right here, we can basically expect more buys to the upside, right? So as you all can see, my analysis is already done, has already been done on Euro AUD, right? So a lot of you would ask me, this is previous analysis, right? So if you wanted to know, this was previous analysis. If I look at my 4-hour, guys, it's simple. Forex trading can be simple, guys. Don't complicate Forex trading for yourself. Remember one thing, the more indications you learn, the more things you learn, it's going to become easier over the time, right? So another thing that I can see is immediately that the market is giving me this expanding channel, and this is exactly what I'm looking for. I want to see that the market is either giving me expanding channel or it's giving me the exact same channel that's happening, right? So immediately what I can see is, guys, is that this here is my support, right? Remember, this was my resistance overall, and now it has become my support. So what I want to do is I want to jump straight into my 1-hour time frame so that I can see exactly where the market broke out of my structure, right? Because a lot of the times the guys will just enter on the market and they can analyze the market, but they will not enter at the correct time, right? So what I can see is that the market was basically on this downtrend. Hence, what we do is, guys, whenever we see this type of pattern forming on the market, we know that, okay, the market is looking for what? Looking for a breakout, right? And as we can see what has happened over here, if you can look at previous data as shown right here, we can see that this is also a respected, basically respected zone. So to me, what this indication is, this is an inverse Batman pattern, right? So what we can expect the market is basically to shoot more up. So if I had to place a trade, I would basically wait for the market to come back to retest this specific spot. And then basically what I will do is I would set my take profit all the way up, all the way up here, right? So this would be my specific take profit zone, right? Another thing that you can do is, guys, This is all analysis, right? Another thing that you can do is if you look to your left, you can see that the market is giving what? This is a breakout structure is happening, right? You can see that the market broke out of its original structure, right? So what we can expect the market can possibly buy right now. But to me, as the indication, what I can see is I want to give the market some time to breathe. Let's correct that. I want to give the market some time to breathe. As you can see, a lower low has been formed right over there on the specific chart. And what we can expect is, as we can see, this being a strong resisting point, guys. So you can see, look at your left, always look at your left. This is a strong resistance, right? So what can happen is the market can probably come back to this zone. And then basically what we can look at is the following. We can start to wait for the market to basically give us more entering opportunities. So yeah, guys, that's it from Euro AUD. And then basically what we want to do is we want to move over to Aussie Swiss franc. This is the last one on the chart. And then I think this is it for this video, right? So the first things first, guys, I always check it from my 4-hour time frame, but mainly with this bigger pairs. I want to move over to my weekly time frame, right? Because I want to see what the market is doing and what it has been doing for the past week. Immediately, what I can see is the market is still on the verge of a downtrend, right? So what happened was the market now being on downtrend, guys, that's incorrect, right? So to me, this is just, I know that the stop loss hunts occur normally at the end of the month, but I'm not going to bother myself with the trend line now right now. I just want to know where the market is moving towards, right, guys? So as we can see that the market has touched our trend line at the top. And then another thing, what we need to do is we need to analyze why did the market keep on selling via this level, right? And then if you look to your left-hand side, guys, you can immediately see that the market is in some sort of you can see that this was a strong support level, right? So each and every time the market is coming to this place, the market bounces off, buys. But in this case, we are looking for what? We're looking for selling opportunities. As we can see that the market gives us strong sells via this level. So then there's a couple of levels I want to mark out for myself. And then basically all the way down here, right? So moving forward, guys, another thing that you can bear in mind is via your daily time frame, you will probably see that the market also did a breakout structure, right? If we zoom out a little bit, you can see clearly that from this level right over here, the market gave us a breakout of structure, right? So to me, immediately what I can expect via the market whenever this happens is that the market is looking for what? For buys, right? So it's always important that whenever you're analyzing the Forex market, that you cater for these zones so that you can understand what is happening to the market right now, right? So moving into my 4-hour time frame, what we can expect is more sells. We want to see the market keep on pushing down, right? So as we can see, right, I'm going to take out my old trend lines. I want to take it out so that I can show you guys exactly what we can expect via this market, right? As we can see that the market had some sort of a ranging market, creating equal highs and creating lows down here, right? Then immediately what we can expect from the market was basically the market broke out. Remember, guys, this was a support, this was a resistance up here, right? So to me as a trader, I know when the market breaks out of a support or even a resistance, we're waiting for what retest, right? So as we can see that the market gave us the clear retest of this section, right? But I want to show you guys something else as well. If you had to draw a trend line and you wanted to use the trend line method, guys, it will be clear and simple. So this could have been your first indication of a sell, but then you needed to remember the back of your head that basically the market was in some sort of a ranging market. You could have entered at this point and you would have been in profit by now. But if you wanted to play it safe, wait for the market to break out of your supportive area, right? And this is it. So moving into my 1 hour time, 40 Swiss franc. And as we can see that the market is on a downtrend. Now, the market broke out of the structure right over here, and we can see that the market is on a clear downtrend, right? Moving into it, guys, I can immediately see that the market broke out of another structure right over here, right? If you had to go into your 30 minutes, and if you had to see that what the market is doing right now, you can basically see that the market here had to break out of structure, right? But since we're on a downtrend, we're looking for what? We're looking for more sells. So I'm going to take out all of these old trend lines. I don't need them anymore. I'm going to move back to my 4 hour time frame because now I can see that what I am expecting from the market is clear, right? And another thing is what we can do is we can take out this because we don't need it, right? So the main thing is your main focus will be is basically that what you want to do is you want to mark out exactly where the market is, right? So a lot of the time I would see traders coming into the market, guys, and listen to me carefully on this one, right? A lot of the times traders comes into the market expecting the market just to give them what they want. No, guys. This is something that you have to practice. The more you practice, the better you will become at it, right? So what I want to say again, that this is also expanding type nature, which can be a reversal pattern, guys. But then again, what you want to bear in mind is, right? Always look at it from a bigger picture. Never start from a 15-minute and enter on a 1 hour. Why? Because the main reason for this is, guys, whenever you enter on the market, you might not have that clear indication of what exactly is going on in the market right now. So a lot of you would have asked me now, what will be my entry indications, right? So as you all can see there, basically what we have here was or is another support, okay? So if you had to enter, guys, I can enter about here and set my stop loss up here and then take profit all the way down to the point, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my entry level at this level. And then what I'm going to do is set my take profit down here. To me, especially, guys, this is more than enough pips, right? A lot of the traders will go for the full on pips, guys. I'm just going for the little bit of pips, right? So I can even set it down there, but then again, I want to hit take profit here and then down here, right? So this is my example of 40 Swiss franc, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys find something creative out of this entire video. Because remember, at the end of the day, guys, you need to stick to the guys that already made it in the market. Enrolling in a course that the people is using, right? Enroll in a course that mainly you want to see the results, right? You want to see what this people is doing, guys. And this is why we're giving you this content, and why we also have our content of our own. And if you're interested, guys, all our links is provided down in the comment section, or basically the description section, guys. If you're interested in the beginner course that we have, and as well as our blueprint course 2.0, this is just a little bit of our blueprint course 2.0, but there's a lot more to it than just this. And then basically click the link down in the description below and enroll in one of our courses now with 85% discount code, guys. So you will only be paying $50 for the course. We also have a beginner's course for those of you guys that are starting from ground zero, where we will be covering everything that you need to know as a beginner, right? But as I've said, guys, stick to the guys that know the Forex market, right? As I've said before, as you can see, guys, this is the work that we have done. And then basically, this is what we can expect from the market this coming week. But for now, guys, that's all for my side. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, hit the post notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our setups or whatever we have got to offer, right? Guys, so this is all from my side. This is Wolf Robert from Millionaires FX signing out. Enjoy the day.